don't have the time to review this game. There's multiple reasons. One is the time constraint right now with the hours of work and trying to fit in other games to review. It's pretty much impossible. I just don't have the time. With upcoming games coming out like Battlefield and Batman, it's just there will be no time, and I gotta return these games to get this game. So sadly, I don't have the time. On top of that, I'm really not feeling Rage all too much. I played about 2 hours, and about 2-3 hours, and it's just not registering with me. It is a very, very standard shooter with very little innovation, and really the only thing that it really has going for it is the graphics, which are absolutely I wouldn't say gorgeous, but they're absolutely high res in terms of detail. They put so much detail into this landscape and into environments and so on, and some of the enemies look great. So overall, that's really cool. But the rest of the game is just standard shooting. The mission structure reminds me a lot of a MMO. The story is almost non-existent, and the story that is there is very, very minimal. It's just not really registering with me for a game that I should really take the time to sit down and play 20 hours. Instead, I'd rather play more of Dark Souls and get that review out for you guys sometime this weekend. And to me, that's more important than really playing through a game I'm not going to feel too much, because I'm sorry, but Rage is the definition of it's a good, decent game. But it just doesn't do much more than that. And I could review it off of 3 hours, but then I'd feel like I'm being unfair to the fans of the series, and they'll be like, "Oh, you suck. You got to give it more time." So you're right. I should really beat a game, or at least play a good portion of it before I give a real review. And sadly, I can't do that with Rage due to the time constraints, due to not really enjoying it, and due to the fucking mass amount of games that are going to storm in and eventually kill me, like the Nazis did the Jews. And what is happening is that I have to get out Dark Souls review, because this is a very important review, and that will definitely be out this weekend. I am sorry to all fans of Rage out there. I'm sorry to people who are wondering if you should buy Rage. My personal input for the impressions that I got in the first 3 hours, I'd strongly advise renting this game at best. It doesn't do much new. The guns feel standard, though some are, powerful, like the shotgun and so on. But nothing really, this game screams out to me like, "Wow, you gotta play me." Nothing in this game does that. And it's just not really that great of a game. It's a good game. It works, looks great, but in terms of actually doing anything new or being overall that fun or cinematic or any of that, it's missing most of all of that. And that's my personal opinion. Some might love it, but I just am not feeling it. So if I were to give it a score or an impression score of the first 3 to 4 hours, I'm going to give it about 7. It's a good game. It does everything pretty good, but it doesn't do anything great except the graphics, and graphics don't make a game. So I'm sorry to any Rage fans out there. I'm sorry to people waiting on a review of Rage. It sadly will not be done due to time constraints and getting out the Dark Souls review, which anybody who's played this game knows it's like 80 hours. So I'm trying to get through that. So I'm sorry once again, one more time. I hope that I didn't offend you like with my Shadow of Dan video, and I will honestly try to get every video game reviewed on time, but Rage is just not one of them. I'm sorry. Okay, Whitey out. Expect a Dark Souls review very soon, and then Batman, of course, is only a week away. I'm extremely excited.